And we're living in it right now. You can't turn on TV without seeing war, bloodshed. Read.
Verse 36. And dung of men unto the camel so. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the south, and from another part from the west, and another part from the west.
So you're talking about missiles coming from different parts in the Middle East, the south, the west. So what's going to happen here? No sooner as America, along with Israel, go against Iran, that will begin what we are seeing right here. The first shot that's blown, that's shot on Iraq, will begin a combination of these clouds. Why? Because there's Middle Eastern countries that allow Israel to have a place, in America to have a place to go against them. And Ahmadinejad threatened some of those countries and said, well, since you allow them to get close to me, I'm going to hit you all first. He's going to be hitting those countries. He's going to hit parts of Israel. And then the countries that's in connection with America, with Ahmadinejad in Iran, will start launching towards America. So you're going to see stars go. Once one button is pushed, everybody going to start pushing. They're going to be pushing buttons, hitting buttons. This is what Ezra is seeing here. Read.
Verse 39. And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it. And the cloud which ye have raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wind, shall be destroyed. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein.
And them that dwell therein. That means we will see these things. Read.
And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place in horrible stars.
So in every high and eminent place, you can think about all the high places that's revered in this earth, it will get hit, according to the Most High. Now, we know that the 10 horns at the very end fight against Christ. So the majority of Europe will be intact, but not before the roundups. Read.
Verse 41. Fire, and hell, and flying swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Go ahead.
And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood, and grass of the meadow, and their corn. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon.
Right after the Middle East wars, where they going?
And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon.
Now this is how we know that America is Babylon. The Middle Eastern wars happen first, and then they go to Babylon. You see that? We all know that when America and Great Britain went against the Middle East, the first country they fought was who? Iraq, which is Babylon. So that would be a reverse prophecy. How can they be Babylon when the Middle Eastern wars have to happen first, and then the last one goes back to Babylon? Y'all see that? That's crystal clear. So the Middle East must fight first, and then there's going to be a star from the Middle East and from different areas that will go towards the place we call the daughter of Babylon. Okay, this is the same Babylon in Revelation, the 18th chapter. Read.
Verse 43. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, and make her afraid.
And make her afraid. Read.
Verse 44. They shall come to her, and besiege her. The star in all wrath shall they pour out upon her. And then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven.
And then shall the dust and smoke go up into the heaven, linking directly to Revelations 18. Read.
And all they that be about her shall bewail her, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them.
And they that be under shall do service unto who?
Shall do service unto them that have put her in fear.
So for a while, you're going to have nations reverencing the Asians for a while. because they already have an institution in place, a stock market in place to replace America's stock market. Why do we say Asia? We know that beyond any shadow of a doubt, the Persians or Ahmadinejad is connected in blood to the Chinese and Japanese. They are Japhetic people. The Persians are the Medes. The Medes are families of Japheth. They're blood brothers with the Chinese and the Koreans. So once this happened, people will actually pay homage to some degree to Asia, because Asia have a stock market in place that can replace America's stock market. And then, because of the bad publicity that America will be receiving doing the things they're doing, concentration camps, war, turmoil, civil war, Europe is going to turn their back on America too. And that's the 10 horns. So they're going to also play a part in taking down America. So once America is taken down, glory comes back to who? Thank you. Glory comes back to Europe. But they're not looking for you to glorify in this glory. It's camps for the slaves. Alright? It's the 10 horns that tell you in Revelation 17 who will fight against Christ when he returns. Right? Read.
Verse 46. And thou, Asia.
And thy who?
And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person.
You see that? Then it goes directly to Asia to let you know Asia was the place that helped take down Babylon. Then it says, O Asia, which are the Japhetic people, read.
Thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
You are partakers of the hope of Babylon. What people or what country invested in America and made themselves an industrial country to mimic America? Asia. China. You see that? They took all the technology from America and made it smaller and more affordable. And they invested all their money in the inventions and real estate of America. China almost owned America. Okay? Read.
And art the glory of her person.
Are the glory of her person. Go ahead.
Verse 47. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
So he's calling the Asians wretch because they have made themselves to mimic the great whore, the daughter of Babylon. Read.
And hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee.
Go ahead.
Thou hast also followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith the Most High, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence.
Read it again.
I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence.
So that's what's coming on. Go ahead.
To waste thy houses with destruction and death.
So right after America is dealt with, who's the next place being judged? Asia. Asia is the next place to be judged. Why? Because they made themselves to pick up where America left off at. They think they're just going to sit back while these wars go on and by default become the next superpower. But the Most High got a plan for them too. Who will be in power when Christ returns? The 10 horns. Esau will be in power when Christ returns. And the 10 horns will fight against Christ. And that's when the false prophet, which is the Pope, because he's behind all the false philosophies in the earth, the spirit that's in him, he's going to be destroyed. And the governments of this earth that are under the EU will be destroyed by Christ. Alright? I went into a lot of different I went to a plethora, of information this evening, but I wanted to show you who conspired against us. And I also said that I would mention what would happen in the Middle Eastern wars, and it's in 2nd Esdras. And mind you, it's in a book that they took out of the Bible, the Apocrypha. Okay, they'll tell you not to read the Bible or the Apocrypha. Alright? So I guess we'll go into the rest. I want to show you how we know beyond it any shadow of a doubt who the 12 tribes of Israel are, according to prophecy. But I'll show y'all that with our next class. Okay? Do y'all have any questions before we pray out?
Next class Saturday.
Next class is Saturday? Where?
Conference.
Where's Josh? We gotta beat that guy tomorrow.